Welcome in. It is GameDay 502 going down January 26, 2024. This is your boy Rashawn Myers, 96.1 FM. Wake up 502 comes to you every Saturday morning, 9 to 11 a.m. as well as 14:50 a.m. Joined as always by my esteemed colleague, the man, the myth, the legend himself, Mr. Jay Hash. Jay, how you doing, man?
Doing great. I like it intro.
You like that?
I love it. You can say it all the time now.
See?
Man, the mix.
The man, the myth, the legend, absolutely. Hey, and I tell you what, man, we have an absolute humongous show day coming today. We are getting ready for, I guess, the biggest game. This is the biggest game, NFL game, probably, or at least it'll be the most watched NFL championship game, AFC championship game, probably ever. Lamar Jackson, the Baltimore Ravens, getting ready to take on, the legend, the living legend, Patrick Mahomes, as we see him pop up on the television studios, television behind us. Of course, we are here at more Shenanigans, 4521 Bardstown Road, as we are come out here once a month to kick it with the good folks, to talk about all the things going on in the world of sports. For Lamar Jackson, I really truly believe this will probably be the most watched game in the history of the city this Sunday, NFL game. I really do.
Can you just imagine about Baltimore, the whole city of Baltimore?
Oh, man. I mean, I am
sure
probably going it's buzzing, and I mean, there's just so much. It took so much to get here, and it took so much to get to this point. Lamar Jackson, everybody remembers, he fell in the draft. Every team in the NFL, including Baltimore, passed on him in that first round. Okay, Baltimore traded back into the first round with the 32nd pick. Traded with Philadelphia. They drafted Lamar, and we all remember that interview that Deion Sanders did with Lamar, who was, visibly annoyed, a little upset and frustrated, and he said they're going to get at least the Super Bowl out of me. I guarantee that. He guaranteed the Super Bowl back on draft night. And I'm sure a lot of people roll their eyes.
I'm excited. The city of Baltimore has got so many events, so many activities going this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, I've been partying all week.
Oh, yeah.
So many. And actually, the hotels and the bars and restaurants and
there you go. They got the Lamar Jackson jersey right there. I like that. That sounds great. Oh, is that right? Nice. Very nice.
Year ago, Thursday night on Prime.
Okay.
We were in Orlando. We drove to Tampa.
Yes.
When he was playing
the
Tom Brady.
Yes.
Yes. And my son went all the way around after Lamar finished his interview.
Okay.
And he asked him to sign this for my husband.
That's awesome.
And so
that is awesome. That's a great collective item.
He's a very great sister man.
Absolutely. And you know what? We were just talking about that, Jay. The fact that Lamar's never been in part of any scandals. He's always been very quiet about going about his business. That was always the funny thing about it. Was like, he's like this controversial figure, but he's never done anything controversial. He's nobody that does a great job. He's a great dude, loves fans, takes the time to meet with fans, especially with younger kids playing football and just getting out in the community. So I feel like everybody's excited for him. Everybody.
I want him to win so bad.
Absolutely. I'm all about it. Yes, ma'am. It's his time.
It is.
And you know what? The fact that he gets to face Patrick Mahomes is the best way. You know what? I feel like if the Bills would have won last week and he played Josh Allen, I don't think it would have been as special. But the fact that they have to go up against the Chiefs, everybody thinks the Chiefs are the best out there. Lamar has to go through Patrick Mahomes to get to his first Super Bowl. I think it's perfect. So I feel like everybody's going to be watching it. Everybody in Louisville and everybody who loves Taylor Swift. That's gonna be, I guess, the backdrop.
So the game is going to be what, Sunday, about 4:30?
Sunday, I believe 3:30. Because the Sunday game's a little earlier. So they're going to get that going. The only reason it's not the primetime game is because the second game is being played out in San Francisco. So you can't play like 11 a.m. game in the NFL. So that's why they couldn't put this primetime, because trust me, the NFL wanted this to be the primetime game.
I tell you, the bars and rules going to be packed.
Oh, I'm telling you, like, I honestly think this will be the biggest NFL game in history of the city.
We can have tomorrow will be the Lamar Jackson party.
I don't know. I wonder what's going to be happening in
We're talking about more Shenanigans doing
on Sunday afternoon. Chiefs fan. Where's all my Chiefs fans at? She said the Chiefs are. Where are my Chiefs fans at? Who's pulling for Patrick Mahomes on Sunday? I don't hear people. She said, where my Lamar Jackson? Where my Ravens fans at? There we go. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. So I feel that. I got a
Green Bay Packers fan here too.
Got a Green Bay Packers fan here? They went home last week, so they got to pick a side. Anybody who, if your team went home and you got to pick a side, Mahomes.
I don't know about celebrating. I've been here once. I don't know about that. Oh,
hey, well, but hey, Mahomes is very.
Yes, sir.
He's a magnetizing figure. He's going out. He's considered the new Tom Brady. He's doing all this winning. So there's going to be a lot of people out there that everybody who loves Taylor Swift, everybody, they love Trevor Kelsey, and they're doing that whole thing.
I like the guy too. He's a great tight end. More serious guy, Rashawn. He's a great person. Yeah, him and his brother, man. It's a story behind the two brothers.
Yeah,
watched it on
Travis and Jason.
Yeah, I watched a story a few days ago.
Jason hanging out the window with no shirt on. Acting crazy.
Like a big old kid.
Yeah.
Big old kid, man. A big old kid. That's what it's about, man. Enjoy yourself and have a great time. And that's what it's about. And have money.
Yeah.
That's what life's all about, man. There's so much. I'm proud of that young man, Lamar Jackson. He's going up against one of the biggest tests in the playoffs. He hit it to the Super Bowl. And I believe that this young man will get it done. He's focused. And I was looking at the Sports Center and they Stephen A. Smith and all the guys, Holly, but joy to me is the end because talking Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, you know what? The funniest thing about Lamar Jackson is for a guy who's non-controversial, he's not one of those guys that's like always coming out saying a bunch of stuff. He's not like Aaron Rodgers coming out talking all crazy. Like Lamar doesn't do anything, but everybody has an opinion on him. Like everybody is just either, he's awesome, especially in the media. Like everybody took one side or the other. And whatever side they pick, outside of Colin Cowherd is the only media guy that I've heard that he was very much in the camp of Lamar will never make it. You can't play that way and win. You're going to get hurt. And now Colin is completely on the other side. And now he speaks the praise. He's like, the success speaks for itself. Lamar's gone out there and he's done everything. Highest winning percentage, most wins before the age of 25 in the history of the NFL. Higher win percentage than pretty much every other great quarterback that's ever been. Already won, he's the youngest MVP ever, the first ever unanimous MVP. Now he's about to win his second MVP. The proof is in the pudding. But everybody always said, can't win the playoffs, right?
Yeah. It's like 1-3.
Now he's 2-3. So, that's always been the biggest thing is that, they always said Lamar can't win the big game. You can't have a running quarterback and have a guy who plays that way. You can't win like that in NFL. So that's been their thing. And the people that have kind of stood on their side have really just continued to stick with that. And they don't want to let that go.
I feel like I make close sense of that. I make that right? But Rashawn, I know we're going to talk about every sports around this country. And local sports as well too. But I would not be remiss if to speak on the great McDonald's All-American Super Cup player. Got his jersey retired.
Oh, is that right?
Tony Kimbrough at Shenanigans High School.
Oh, okay.
And he retired his jersey and proud of the young man, and say young man, I'm much older than him, but he was a great guy. Great guy in high school, man. Proper cynical, man. Him and Mandy Force at Moore High School, and I tell you, them guys come in the gym and just pretty quiet or something.
Absolutely. Congratulations
to Tony Kemper. Oh my Kemper. Man, I love them guys, man. I go see them guys, man. They always speak. Love them guys, man. But I want to give his flowers while he's still living.
That's it.
Yeah, man. So, they did manufacturers like that too.
Yeah.
We thought this was last year.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And those very well deserved. You know what I'm saying? Like, those guys are Louisville legends. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about Cardinals forever. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
You know?
And your force.
Absolutely.
Sean, this is one of the biggest sports talk that everybody is talking about. I heard you earlier today. You're talking about college coaches. The Blue Pearl, you're talking about other coaches, and man, we got to get Kenny Payne out. I mean, it's
well, I was wondering, how we were gonna get into.
I don't want to go into it. I just want to,
I don't know. I mean,
it's like an eardrum hurts your ear. It hurts like a kid. Your mom gonna put the corn starch in your ear.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you what. So, Louisville went out there. Louisville men's basketball. Josh Hurd made the decision after the Christmas break that Kenny Payne was going to be retained. So after he came back off the break, everybody was asking the question, was Kenny Payne going to be fired? That did not happen. So, of course, now Kenny Payne has continued. Did have a big win on the road at Miami. That was a month ago. That was earlier this month. It seems like a month ago, but that was the first week of January. Yeah, North Carolina State. They had that big win. And since then, they have not won a game. They had a very, they played well against NC State, or at least decent. They hung in the game. They had their chances. NC State ultimately got it done. And then, you just kind of followed that up by some uninspiring games. You got blown out at Wake Forest. You lost at North Carolina. You lose to Duke. And, you lost at Virginia. Yeah. So, it's been a tough road. And now, of course, Louisville coming off losing to Virginia just a couple weeks ago. The Cavaliers are coming back this way, and Louisville plays them tomorrow afternoon. 12 o'clock noon on the CW. So,
when have you ever seen Louisville college basketball on the CW network?
Hey, it's funny.
Laverne and Shirley's on that network. I love Lucy. And
this is their new partnership. Now, of course, last year all these games were on RSN, and when they was on RSN, we couldn't even watch it. They were all on Fox Sports South and all that stuff, Valley Sports South and all that stuff. So we at least don't have to worry about Valley Sports anymore. Like, at least when they're on the CW, everybody got CW. You know what I'm saying? You don't even need cable or nothing. You can just go ahead and just turn the TV on. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you can use a little dial and turn them left and right to get them on, but if you got a TV, you can watch a little basketball. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Too many people ain't really trying to watch it.
Players do tomorrow.
Yes, it's the rematch.
CW network.
So everybody can watch it now. I just don't know if they want to watch it. But they're gonna be on there. Now, Jay, let me ask you. It was Virginia didn't blow Louisville out the first time around. Do you think they got a chance tomorrow?
They're a better team.
Virginia. So you don't think the Cardinals have a shot? Cyclones play well.
They don't know how to play defense, man.
Yeah.
Defense is real struggle. That's a real struggle, man. And that defense, man, you got a whole, defense, and you find defense. It's not that.
I mean, it's fair. I mean, they are definitely not playing up to any sort of standard. I was talking with Mike Rubber. I was on Mike Rubber's show on 96.1 FM this afternoon, 3 to 6 p.m. on Big X Sports Radio. And one of the numbers that I brought up to Mike during the show was basically that Louisville really struggles to defend anybody. And this was the thing that I feared coming into this season. Is that when I looked at Louisville last year, everybody wanted to say that Louisville didn't win because they just didn't have the talent. And it's all about the talent. Well, it was my contention. It was the defense, the preparation defensively, and the structure and organization of the defense just wasn't there. And my biggest fear coming into year two was that, they just weren't going to be able to address that. And that, the same problems that Louisville had last year, they would have this year as well. And, unfortunately, it's turned out to be true. Louisville was rated 355th best defense in the country out of 360 some odd teams. It was like 363 teams. And Louisville was ranked 355. So,
how I'll be doing something that day, I'm headed to work or whatever, coming home from work, man, I gotta watch Louisville. I gotta get home and watch Louisville. Man, the whole morale is gone.
Yeah.
No excitement. There's nothing.
Most folks don't even know when Louisville plays or who they're playing.
I'm gonna ask you on the radio. Are you going to the game?
Maybe. I give it a strong possible. I'm gonna give it a strong possible. I've been following my son. My son plays basketball Holy Cross right now. So go Cougars. Yeah, Holy Cross Cougars, man. I do know something.
Yeah, we know something. Yeah.
What about Marissa? Shout out to Marissa. What about So yeah,
we know that.
But that's just so silly. So I've been following my son around. So y'all gotta understand that the baby comes first, and I would much rather be in the stands sweating watching him play than watching what's going on with the KFC also. So, I have been following Holy Cross. Holy Cross does not have a game tomorrow. So, of course, I get off the radio at 11. There will be an opportunity for me to possibly make that move. But I will say possible. So we shall see. We shall see. I'd love to go out, but honestly, Dave, does anybody really want to go sit and watch play Virginia for 2 hours? No. Like Virginia plays the most boring basketball in the world. They run the shot clock down every time. They're gonna run 30 seconds off the shot clock. They're gonna pass the ball 15 times, and then finally take a shot with about 2 seconds left on shot clock.
So what is it? Six wins and 12 losses?
Yes. Yes. It's been a rough road for the Cardinals. And I think that at this point, everybody, they're on the. He said, are they on the road? Yeah, they're definitely at this point. I think they're just walking down the highway. They don't even have a car. They're just walking, dragging a bad leg. But they keep it moving, and all the fans, everybody wants to talk about who's the next coach, and are they going to give Penny a third year? And that's been kind of a conversation. Jay, let me ask you. There's been a lot of conversation about that very thing. Okay, people are asking, is Kenny going to be back? There's been talk about certain former players, let's just say, certain former players and boosters that are pressuring the administration to continue to allow Kenny time to rebuild it, and that he needs more time. Junior Brisbane being one of the primary folks with that, they use as well. What do you think about that? Like, the fact that they said this is a turnaround that takes a while. So Kenny's just trying to, weed out all of the bad stuff so that Kenny
what do you
think about that?
The one thing I really worry about with Sean is the kids.
Yes.
Clark and the rest of the guys and the wives came here to play at the Young Center.
Yes.
Prestine's Young Center.
6 and 13.
Yeah. players from the national televised and stuff like that, man. I played for Louisville, so I played in Louisville. But that hurts, but they try to play what they could do. But I just think that overall, it's definitely hurting the brand. Yes, definitely hurting the image. That is not Louisville basketball where I'm used to watching them back in the days and so on and so forth. I think that Kenny did try. But once you get a person,
You think about him in past tense.
yeah, but it's time for him to go. Something like that. It's time for Kenny Payne to go. There are a lot of coaches out there, young and old, that love to Texas Louisville job.
Well, what do you say to the boosters that are like, Kenny needs to have more time where I'm not going to get my financial support on that?
At the end of the day, you got the AD, you got the president of the university who say, hey, listen, it's time for him to go. It was the money, revenue, the whole night. We're not selling nothing. The hotel, it's a whole combination of a system. What makes this thing go, Sean?
They're losing money. They said that the University of Louisville fell $2 million short of their expected income for ticket sales this year. Yeah, number one revenue producing basketball program in the country. Yes, and they go from that to losing $2 million in ticket sales this year. So, my thing is this: if you've lost $2 million in ticket sales, how much money did you lose in overall revenue in terms of spending for drinks, food, going to the nightlife downtown, as we talked about? People, parking, thank you, exactly. People aren't coming out to bars and watch. I went to BW3's down on Shelbyville Road on Saturday while Louisville was playing Wake Forest. There's 35 or 40 TVs in BW3. There was not a single TV that had the Louisville game on. During a Louisville game. I've never seen that happen before. In the city. Yeah. Like, it's unbelievable. Just the fact that these people just don't care. People talk about the impact on the downtown economy, and Eric Crawford wrote a good article about that. But I don't think it's just downtown. I think it's everywhere. No one's going out to watch Louisville anymore. So, all these businesses, even more Shenanigans, they don't have a packed house watching Louisville games. Nobody's here. Nobody's watching. Nobody even knows that they're on. The impact is just devastating to the local economy. That's why I think of all
we got is college basketball.
Absolutely. This is a college basketball town. This is what we have. So when you look at the overall product, I personally just don't understand or see how you can choose to have a third year of Kenny Payne, just because from a financial standpoint, he has been just devastating to everybody.
The coach from Kansas State, I like him.
Jerome Tang.
Yeah, I love him. I love his motivation. I love the Florida Atlantic.
Florida Atlantic, Justin Bay.
I like him. I think that those are young coaches to me, and it's hard to say Louisville needs a big name player to get back, like you said on the sports the other day, to get back to win some games. Yeah, immediately. Yeah, not down the road. We need some games winning now. To bring the morale back to the young center, to the community of the city. Everybody getting behind the basketball team, patronize, support it. And now you can do the travel. Travel is slimmed down. It's not like no. It used to be travel.
Basically, what you're saying, make Cardinal basketball great again. But I understand, absolutely. No, that is going to be the rallying cry for whoever the next coach is. They're going to have to go and motivate the base. You know what I'm saying? You got to energize the base, and that's what it's going to be all about.
I used to get up in second half and enjoy the song that comes on when they do the last break of the game.
Oh yeah. I don't get up no more. Yeah, when they do the Joker Thief.
I don't get up no more.
No, you don't get up. You don't dance the Joker Thief no more.
I'm done.
Man, Jay, you sound like a broken man. You sound. They got you out here wearing a blue pullover right now. Talking about Louisville basketball.
Well, I got what to wear, but I'm going to the home.
There you go.
I'm so sick, man. Hey, man. But anyway, but I just think that it was a wrong decision making on hiring Kenny Payne as being the head coach. It was, to me, for thousands of other people, I never gave this man his opportunity to take on a big time program like River Basketball.
I mean, it was a question. I mean, because everybody talked about the fact that
Talked about
he
the
never been a
recruiting
head
and all
coach.
that.
You know,
I ain't seen nothing yet.
He was
All
unproven.
American. Going to get the Juan Wagner's grandson. That was out of the order of the other.
Yeah. I mean, there was a lot of talk, and we understood the risks. And unfortunately, I think Kenny Payne has been worse than anybody could have imagined. Like nobody saw 428 coming. I mean, that
I thought he was gonna be great.
I mean, like no, exactly. I mean, no one saw that coming. Kentucky fans are the only people that still want Kenny Payne to have a job, I think. Like, they're the only people that argue, like, that with me, that Kenny Payne should be able to say it, though, with Kentucky fans. They're like, no, keep around. I remember we were here for a show back, I believe it was the November show, and there was a Kentucky fan here in the audience. And I asked him, I said, if Kenny Payne went to Kentucky and he went 4-28, would he still have a job in Lexington? And you know what he told me? Oh, well, Kenny Payne wouldn't be 4-28 in Kentucky. I said, that's not the question I asked. I didn't ask, would Kenny Payne be better? I said, if Kenny Payne won 4 games at UK, would he have a job? And his brain couldn't even compute thinking that Kentucky would only win 4 games. Like, he couldn't even, like, his mind couldn't even go there. So, like, if that tells you anything about exactly how bad last year was, like, that's unfathomable to a Kentucky fan, you know? Like, he's just like, that would never happen. Like, if Kenny Payne only had 2 wins going into January, he probably would be, gone before he got back, got back to town. All Christmas break.
I remember that song he sang in church. 2 wins, 2 fly, 2 wins, trying to get up through here. It is time for Kenny Payne to depart. Well, then you playing his son.
Oh, yeah, Zan Payne got the start the other night. Did you like that day? Were you excited about the Zan Payne getting the start against Wake Forest on Saturday?
And why cows even later.
Kenny said he needed a defensive spark. Zan was going to give him the defensive spark. That's what he was looking for. You didn't see the spark? Now, I know that you all see me. I keep reaching down here and grabbing these wonderful French fries. Let me tell you something. Okay, once again, just to reset. We're out here at Shenanigans, 4521 Bardstown Road. And I came in tonight, y'all. I was starving. Okay, I walked over there to the bar and I was like, let's get some, I need some food. I'm about to pass out. I'm about to fall over. I can't give the people my energy because I need food. And she made a suggestion to me. She brought out this amazing looking dish. I was like, ooh, what is that? I said, oh, that's a chili cheese dog. Let me tell you something. She was absolutely right on point. If y'all have not had a chili cheese dog, do yourself a favor. Come on out here, whether you're in the building already or you're coming this way to come see us and do a little karaoke a little bit later on. Get that chili cheese dog. The biggest hot dog I've ever had. That hot dog was humongous. I mean, the shredded cheese, the chili is great. The shredded cheese, onions, jalapenos. I mean, my goodness. Oh, yeah, it was great.
That chili dog was amazing.
It was amazing. And let me tell you something. I ate that whole big giant chili dog in like, 2 minutes? Had to take it back to my Marine Corps days on that one, brother. We couldn't mess around.
We heard more Shenanigans. Myself, Jerry, after here live. Yes, sir. If you want to hang out, it's not too bad outside.
No, it's nice out. I didn't even wear that out. I got my jacket, but it's right. I didn't even need it.
It's still cool.
And they have some things that'll help you get warm too. By the way, they got better things than just chili dog. That's a great thing.
Knock you loose.
Some of that human antifreeze.
No, that's moving around. No, unleaded.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, at 93.
So get your little buffalo trays, Crown. One of my favorites.
Well, next month, I'm going to say this one not be remiss, but I want to talk about recruiting in college basketball.
Yes.
See that next month is probably one of the special days of my life.
We look forward to it.
I'm having my birthday party.
Yes.
And I wish that I could have, had it here.
Absolutely.
But I have another location. But I think now I have
the Jay has a celebrity birthday bash.
Wow, I don't know you can do that. Ladies and gentlemen, Facebook, Instagram, whatever, you have to make this event. It's going to be a great event. I have a national host. I'm going to host this. She is a big time comedian and she makes movies and she's been all over the country touring with some of the biggest comedians across this country. My guests go on and on. And she says they have a got to come and hang out with you for your birthday.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about it, man, and trying to get everybody excited. I've been kind of like laying back and some things. I'm like, said I'm have it, I'm gonna have it. That's what I want to say that Birmingham, 21.
Yeah, it's going down. And we've gone all around the city and had the Jay has birthday bash pop up everywhere. So everybody knows it's always a good time. It's always
your Facebook friends need to come on out.
Absolutely. Y'all make sure y'all come on out. Jay has celebrity birthday bash. All the information will be coming to you soon. And if you ever listen to WLOU, it'll be every second commercial once he starts rolling. Trust me. Jay has make sure to get that in the rotation. So you need particular. He's the only man that's got 7 different commercials for one event.
Sean, let's talk about real quick about some recruiting, high school, college recruiting, and this kid Knox.
Yeah.
What are you hearing, and what do you think? Is it Kentucky, Louisville, North Carolina? Is it
Maryland? Well, you did have Jasper Johnson, former Central High School Yellow Jacket, by the way, who I believe he's now at Oak Hill, who eliminated down to his 10 finalists. Louisville and Kentucky both were on that list. It would be nice to think that Louisville would have a shot there. There's a few kids. There's Kate Magwood. Actually, Kate is the kid. Is the young man. Kate is the one at Oak Hill right now. Jasper is I've heard of something. He's got another prep school. But you have Kate Magwood. You have Jasper Johnson. You have a lot of very, very talented that are from Louisville that are playing around the country right now. And, with Kenny Payne's recruiting powers, or at least supposed recruiting powers, you wish that they were in on some of these kids. But, whether it be Johnson, whether it be Carter Knox, right now, Louisville does not have anybody signed for 2024. They're the only Power 5 team that still has not had a single kid signed to right. I don't know what's going to happen with any of them. Like Carter Knox, in my personal opinion, I think Carter Knox is going to end up at UK. His brother played at UK. If I'm choosing between Kenny Payne and John Calipari, I'm just going to be honest with you. Calipari. Yeah, look at what he's doing with these kids this year. John Calipari is about to get Reed Shepherd drafted in the lottery. Like, anybody raise your hand if you thought that Shepherd was going to be a lottery pick after 1 year at Kentucky. Most people didn't think that Reed Shepherd was going to play until his junior year. Right, and now the kid's going to be a lottery pick after 1. You know what I'm saying? So, the proof is in the pudding. Speaks for itself. What he's been able to do with Shepherd, Dillingham, DJ Wagner is struggling a little bit. But outside of that, Aaron Bradshaw's been amazing. We just got the big man, Big Z, eligible. He's a freshman as well. Calipari is, working his magic, and he's going to have another 4 or 5 draft picks in this class. So, they definitely are struggling. As a team, it's going to be difficult for UK. I know a lot of people are excited. They think that UK is going to make a deep run. It's going to be difficult because college basketball changed. All these teams are getting all these transfers now. And all these teams are getting all these older players. And the toughest thing that Kentucky's having a problem with right now is the fact that when you have a lot of freshmen, you got a bunch of skinny dudes. You know, and all these kids are skinny. So what we've seen happen, especially, you know, if you watch South Carolina, you watch when they played Mississippi State the other day, you watch the Texas A&M was another game, they tend to get bullied just because you're playing against a bunch of grown men. So even if you're the most talented 18-year-old in the world, if I take a grown 23-year-old, he's going to take you to school just because he has grown man strength. And that's kind of been, Kentucky's been beat up. You know, like that. That's been their biggest problem, is that they just get beat up. And I think that's going to be the tough thing once they get to the NCAA tournament, is that they're going to come up that's got 4 or 5 adults. And that could end up sending them home probably earlier than what you would think. Because I don't know if they're going to be able to stand up to that physicality. It's tough, man, but you know, they look good. They look good. They're just young. You know?
Trying to watch a good game last night. Girls playing basketball.
Yeah.
South Carolina, LSU, and
shout out Haley Van Lift.
are
you one of those people are you like happy that Haley's losing games? Like, there's a lot of people that are really happy that Haley's losing. The girls. Mike Rutherford being one of those. I was talking to Mike about that on the show today, and Mike is absolutely ecstatic that Haley is losing. Wow. Are you one of those people that's like cheering for her to lose their game? No?
I like Haley.
Okay. I like it. Well, I'm on the fence, man. Like, on one hand, her dad is kind of a jerkwad. You know, he's a little annoying, and you know, a lot of the reason why she left had to do with, you know, the parents wanting to make sure they could put her in the best position to win a championship. So I don't think Haley leaving was all on her. So when I watch them play, I'm conflicted. You know what I mean? Like, Louisville's not really ever had one of their big stars leave, and I just feel like it's a different feeling. But I think Louisville's doing the best thing for them. I don't know if going to LSU is the best thing for Haley. You know, 9 times out of 10, they pretty much ignore her while she's in the game. She doesn't get to touch the ball and shoot nearly as much. I mean, she was averaging 18, 19 shot attempts at Louisville. I don't think she's averaging 4 or 5 shot attempts at LSU. You know, so she's just not a big part of the offense. So, I mean, it can be argued whether or not she made the right decision. I would have thought she ended up out on the West Coast of Stanford. That would have seemed to make sense. Being from Washington State, you just thought that would have been a natural fit on the West Coast. But, you know, everybody's got to kind of do what's best for them. So, you know, good luck the rest of the way. But LSU apparently has lost 15 straight games to South Carolina. Yeah. Don Shelley getting it done, and I don't like what's her name, Cruella DeVille. LSU's coach. I cannot stand that woman. She's so annoying, wearing them old wild, loud, suit jackets and all that stuff. I am not a fan. So I like Don Staley. So you know, go South Carolina. Go Gamecocks.
Yeah, well, you know, I'm excited too about, I follow, you know, Monday Night Raw, WWE. Actually, they're coming to the Louisville in June. And The Rock is doing so much, but going back to CFL football. And,
oh, yeah,
Netflix had a deal to put on Monday Night Raw, WWE.
I saw that. I saw that. Hey, you know, it's real. WWE's making that move. They're trying to get into more homes. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got Netflix. They just trying to slide in there. Everybody ain't got what is that? Peacock. Wherever they are, whatever network they are. Everybody ain't got this network. Everybody got Netflix. If you ain't got a Netflix password, everybody knows somebody who got one. So they just try to get inside more of them homes. But hey, no, but you know, this is the time to start getting closer to, you know, the WrestleMania time, and you know, all that coming up. Is The Rock gonna make an appearance? Is he gonna
back in Monday Night Raw?
Is he gonna?
Dwayne Johnson is back with WWE.
Is he gonna win the Royal Rumble? That's what I want. Is he gonna main event WrestleMania?
Yes.
with the billions.
Hey, man, everybody else.
Hey, you know I love the Rock.
You
Man.
know
That's my
what
dude.
makes rule of basketball right now?
What's
It's that PA announcer.
Yes,
That guy, he does good with the visitors. But,
Lance McGarvey.
yes, man.
Yes.
He's really good.
Lance is good. Absolutely, Lance is really good.
Yeah, man. So I'm excited, man. We live here more Shenanigans Bar, 45-21, Bardstown Road, right off of Breckenridge, right there where the old Washington College building used to be.
They should just rename it the Chili Dog's house.
The big chili dog.
I'm telling you, like, good chili dogs, man. Look, this picture got you making another one. I mean, that thing is a masterpiece. It's unbelievable. It is an absolute
These
masterpiece.
guys sitting at the bar, ordered the chili dog.
I'm telling you, like, I
Chili
would
dog.
say, if I wasn't so hungry, I would have took a picture of it. But it is so big, people, that they have to bring it out with a fork and a knife. You can't pick that joint up and just eat it. You gotta go. I ain't never had to eat a hot dog with a fork and a knife before. Like, for real. That's crazy.
You want to invite everybody for tomorrow's show in the morning?
Yes, absolutely. Wake Up 502 will be coming to you live 9 to 11 a.m., 96.1 FM, 1450 a.m. We will be getting you ready for your game day Saturday. There's a ton of college basketball. Big Monday has started, so of course, all of the big games are going to be coming now that we're getting closer and closer to the Super Bowl before college basketball completely takes over. Louisville's going to be looking to get back to winning. Kentucky. Yeah. Hey, the only person who can save us now is Dan McDonald. That's all we got left. But Louisville and Kentucky both looking to get back on the winning ways. For some reason, Kentucky lost at South Carolina again because they could just apparently, I don't know what happens when Calipari and this team go to South Carolina, but they just can't win at South Carolina. They seem like they lose it every year. But you can't be trying to get it together. They trying to be they able to get right.
Well, you know what? There's some stuff going on since you mentioned college basketball. I'll tip back with this. The Davis statement that came out. Him and Kenny Payne.
Yeah.
There was an altercation. Kenny Payne said it was never an altercation, it was a disagreement or whatever, but there was a young man saying there was hands put on the body.
Oh, really?
Yeah. See, that's another thing, man. Kenny said it was nothing.
Yeah. I mean, there's a whole lot happening right now. And I'll say this, there's been a lot of weird things happening, and we've listened to Kenny Payne talk. And we've heard him talk and discuss both the program, we've heard him discuss what's going on with the athletes. We've heard him make a lot of discussions about a lot of different things. And I think, there's going to, and this is what I said is going to happen. The further along in the season that we go, we're going to start to hear more and more things kind of pop up. There's going to be more and more things that pop up about Kenny Payne. There's going to be lots of things about what's going on behind the scenes. We saw the same thing happen with Chris Mack. When we knew it was going to be over with, there was a lot of leaks, let's call them leaks, where you have a lot of stories coming out about this guy said this stuff went on, these fights are happening. That's kind of part of it, unfortunately. So I would not be surprised to hear more about the Brian Davis stuff. There may be some people that come out and say JJ Trainer's not really that hurt. Kenny Payne knew that there was some problem with Dennis Evans, and Dennis Evans should have never been here. That type of stuff. It always happens when a season is going and spiraling out of control. It just happens like that. Yeah. So it's unfortunate. It's an unfortunate part of it because Kenny's a good dude, and I hate that this is, that he's now in this situation, in this position. But unfortunately, at the end of the day, he decided he wanted to make that money, and he's making $3.5 million. So he can cry himself to sleep with all them $100 bills. So, and he's going to get like a $6 million buyout at the end of the year. So, I feel that he'll be okay. He can cry himself all the way to the back. I think he'll be okay. I think he'll be all right.
I want to say John's the other night. Coach Petito.
Hey, Coach P got a big win. It's the first time that St. John's has swept Villanova since like 1996. Something crazy. It's been a long time. 1994, 1996. But what Coach Petito was doing there, up there, in Greater New York, with the Johnnies, man, he's getting it done. He's getting it done early. It's exciting basketball, and if you can squint your eyes and look at them, and they got the red jerseys on. You can pretend like it's a woman. But I mean, no, seriously. They almost went on the road and beat Creighton. At Creighton, they've been playing very good basketball. I tell you what, between Coach Petito and Shaheen Holloway at Seton Hall, there's two guys right there that are, kind of taking college basketball by storm. We all remember what Shaheen Holloway did to St. Peter. We remember the upset of UTEP, and now he's going into his second year. Seton Hall playing good basketball.
Yeah, they are. I watched them the other night.
Yeah, they're playing really good basketball. So,
they're really playing. The other team is pretty tough, too. So I think they're playing. One doesn't know with somebody, I can't remember who it was. That team is pretty tough.
No, just overall, the Big East is just, it's not necessarily as good as it was when Louisville was there. When you had St. John's, Syracuse, Louisville, Pittsburgh, UConn, Georgetown, all that. It's not that, but it's still really good. It's still really, really good basketball. And they have a lot of great coaches there. Petito being back in the league definitely doesn't hurt, but Creighton is good. You have Butler in there. You have Villanova. Big East is tough, man. It's tough.
What's the basketball team with the man that little pass in the back of his head? What's that team? Black coach.
Oh, you talking about Providence?
Yeah, Providence.
They're pretty tough. Yeah, no. Ed Cooley, I take that right back. He left from Providence and went to Georgetown. Yeah, he's in Georgetown now. And they're playing good basketball. Providence is still playing well, even though Cooley's gone. The Big East is legit. Like, they're legitimately probably the second or third best conference in college basketball. That works right now. It's unbelievable. Between the SEC and the Big East, the SEC is playing good basketball too. So much so to where, Arkansas was one of the best teams in the country last year, and they're just getting destroyed. Like Auburn, Bardstown Road, doing the same. That would be my dude. If I was to be controversial and say, there was one coach that I would love to see, I would love to see Bruce Pearl come to Louisville. I would take Bruce Pearl in a heartbeat.
Kevin Simpson?
Yeah, hey, I would take Kelvin. I take Kelvin Sampson would be near the top of my list. Scott Drew would be right there at the top of my list. All those guys. Jay Wright, if we could, talk him into leading the announce table. He's enjoying being at the announce table. But, there are some coaches out there. There's some talent. Billy Donovan is going to be, looks like he's going to probably be looking for a job. Who knows? If Billy the Kid would want to come back to college basketball, but I don't think he's going to be around with the Bulls next year. There's going to be a lot of good coaches that are going to be available. It's going to be up to Louisville to figure out a way to get one of those guys here. But let me ask you, Jay, like, of all the coaches, who would be the guy that you would put at the top of that?
I would say right on Bruce Pearl.
Jay Wright, Bruce Pearl? You can't go wrong. When you talk about Jay Wright, he's, we won 2 championships ago.
One thing I like about Bruce Pearl, he cries a lot. He's emotional. He's very emotional. But he typically on that level, he love the kids. typically, man. He cried like 4 or 5 times a year.
Yeah, he's the most to do, so he have to deal with that. But
He's a great coach.
he's a great coach who gets it done. So you couldn't go wrong with that. Like I said, Jay Wright would be a home run just with everything he was able to do. Villanova, Scott Drew would be a home run as a national championship coach, rebuilding Baylor back from all the scandals and all the issues that they had. So I definitely think, Josh Hurd met with the media today. He did again mention the fact that he's not tone deaf, to everything that's going on. He understands how upset everybody is. He understands the expectations.
You gotta make a decision,
So, to me, he sounds like a dude that's going to make the necessary changes when it's time. So I trusted him to make the right decision. I do think that Louisville will be in the market for a new coach as soon as the season is over with. Hey, until then, we can enjoy, Jeff Brown. What Jeff Brown is doing with the recruiting, portal right now, transfer portal. Jeff Brown has the #1 transfer class in college football right now. They had the huge announcements of Ashton Gelati, Jermaine Lay, and Quincy Riley all coming back for their senior season. So, you have that big time news. They added, just an amazing amount of talent. Mark Redmond, super talented tight end, the #1 tight end in the portal from San Diego State. They brought him in. Kenny Boone, they brought in over from Toledo, the #1 running back, the baby bus is what they call him. Colin Lacey, a very, very talented wide receiver, was considered the #1 wide receiver in the transfer portal. And just on and on. Just so many talented options that Louisville has been able to add both to the defensive side of the ball and the offensive side of the ball. Offensive skill players, Gelati's going to be here. You added Thor Griffin from up there, and it's going to be unbelievable. It's going to be unbelievable. You added 2 starting safeties from Tennessee, from the Tennessee Volunteers. You added the best pass rusher for Tennessee last year. He's coming as well. It's unbelievable. With Jermaine Lomay coming back, you're going to have Thor Griffith there in the middle. You're still going to have Desmond Tell. You still bring back T.J. Quinn. You're going to have now T.J. Capus is going to be back. He was the #1 outside linebacker in the shooting range. Yeah. It's unbelievable. Tyler Shuck is the name of the young man, the transfer quarterback that came over from Texas Tech. The biggest question is going to be, can he stay healthy? He has not had a healthy season the last 4 years. He's never played more than 7 games in a season. So, that's going to be the question mark. You're going to be replacing a lot of guys on the offensive line as well. I think there are some questions to be answered. Brian Hudson was an All-American at center last year. You're not going to have Hudson there anymore. You've got to replace him. They have brought in some transfer guys from some Power 5 schools. They added the left tackle for Tyler Shuck at Texas Tech. He's coming in. They added an offensive lineman from Ohio State that they brought over. They brought in a big left guard from Houston as well. So there's definitely some guys out there. There's some talent that Jeff Brown was on there. We saw what he was able to do solidifying that offensive line last year, even after spring practice. So even if Louisville doesn't have everything that they need right now, I think that they're going to have an opportunity to continue to bolster that. I think Jeff is going to go into spring practice. He's going to see what he has, see what he likes, see what he doesn't like, and then at that point, he'll make some additional moves to make sure he stores up whatever's necessary. Who knows? Maybe he'll get out there and be like, you know what? I'm good. That could be the case. I do think that we'll still see some transfers, especially from the quarterback room. Right now, it's a little bit crowded right now. Still got Brady Allen. You still got Pierce Clarkson. Of course, they brought in Tyler Shuck. There's going to be a lot of guys in that room. Deuce Adams is coming in, a new true freshman is going to be added to the mix as well. So, I mean, there's going to be a lot of guys competing for those top two quarterback spots. I think whoever ends up third in that race is more than likely going to end up transferring out there. I don't, I just don't see all those guys staying. It just doesn't make any sense, you know. So, we shall see what happens. But I tell you what, Jay, we're going to go ahead. We're going to take our first and only break of the show here at the 8:30 hour. Of course, here at Shenanigans. Make sure you guys come out. There's going to be karaoke going on 10 to 2 tonight here at 4521 Bardstown Road. Come on out, get you a chili dog, sit down, eat, and then, have a drink or two, get those vocal cords loosened up. Get ready for the night. Maybe Jay has it, sing a little something for us. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. But hey, this is the Sean Myers Jay has. This is GameDay 502. Hey, I will be back.